बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। इन यस्टरडेज क्लास हमने डिस्कस कर लिया था कि हमने जब एस्से को आइल्स एस्से को आंसर करना है तो वी हैव टू आंसर, वी शुड आंसर इन 5 स्टेप्स. पहला स्टेप वाज द ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग, द सेकंड स्टेप वाज इंट्रोडक्शन राइटिंग, द थर्ड स्टेप वाज द एक्सप्लेनेशन राइटिंग, and the fourth step was the conclusion writing, and the review was the fifth step. मैंने बताया था कि अगर हम पैराग्राफ्स की बात करेंगे तो 4 पैराग्राफ्स बनेंगे. द फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ विल बी ऑफ इंट्रोडक्शन, 5 मिनट लगाएंगे. एक्सप्लेनेशन सेकंड, एक्सप्लेनेशन नहीं होगा. थर्ड वन 10-10 मिनट और कंक्लूजन पे 5 मिनट्स. तो टोटल राइटिंग टाइम होगा 30 मिनट्स आउट ऑफ 40 मिनट्स. 5 मिनट इनिशियल ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग, आइडिया जनरेशन पे लगा लेंगे कि हमने लिखना क्या है, और फिर हमने रिव्यू में पढ़ लेना है एक दफा अपने ऐसे को जो हमने लिखा है. तो इस तरह से हम लोगों ने कल 5 steps of writing the essay along with the 4 paragraphs and the paragraphs division and the time division वो हमने discuss कर लिया. Today I'm going to work on the vocabulary words which are necessary in every specific step of our essay writing. So now अब मैं सबसे पहले बात करूंगा introduction की. The common vocabulary which is used in the essay, सबसे पहले याद रखिएगा. When we talk about the numbers, normally numbers पर अक्सर बात होती है जब हम बात करते हैं अपने introduction की. So for numbers we can use the word, for an example, in numerous. For numbers we can use the word many, we can use the word a lot, we can use the word significant. Okay. When we talk about the introduction, in introduction, the more common thing is the use of the word advantages. The synonym words for the advantages, will be the merits. Number 2, the pros. Number 3, the advantages. Number 4, positivities. The positivities. These all are the synonym words for the advantages. And then disadvantages. इनके लिए we can use the words demerits. Number 2, we can use the word cons. We can use the word problems. We can use the word gray areas. We can use the word negativities. So these all synonym words can be used. In the introduction, more likely we are to work on the opinion of others. We can use the word some argue, some argue, some opine, a few suggest, a few express, some express. So these are the common vocabulary words which we use for the sake of referring to somebody's opinion. And then if there is some increasing trend, I'm not saying कि ये vocabulary सिर्फ introduction में काम आए. but more likely it relates to introduction. Yes, we will use them in our explanation as well. It is not compulsory कि वहीं पे use करना है और आगे कहीं use नहीं कर सकते, but more likely ये introduction के साथ link कर रहे होते हैं words. So now increasing trend हो, we can use the word increase, we can use the word incline, we can use the word rise, we can use the word mount, we can use the word uprise, we can use the word raise, we can use the word raise, we can use the word mount, we can use the word appreciation, appreciation. So these all words can be used. Climb, climb, spike, surge. These all words can be used to highlight the upward trends or increasing trends. And if increase is quick, if increase is quick, अगर increase खासी तेज है, we use the word rapid, or we use the word rapidly, we use the word quick, or we use the word quickly, we use the word speed, we can use the word speedily. Okay, we use the word speedy and we use the word speedily. These all words we can. If increase is smaller, then we can use the word slight or slightly. We can use the word minor. We can use a word a bit. We can use a word small. We can use the word micro. If the increase is bigger, we can use the word, if increase is bigger, we can use the word macro, we can use the word significant, we can use a synonym of increase, it is mega, we can use the word huge. So these all vocabulary words will be very effective to highlight the increase, which is in the mega format, bigger format. So now, if increase if increase is continuous, if it is continuous, if it is continuous, we can use the word consistent, or we can use the word consistent, or we can use the word consistently. We can use the word persistent, or we can use the word persistently. We can use the word gradual. We can use the word gradually. We can use the word continuous. And we can use the word continuously. Okay. So now, if there is some decrease in trend, if there is some decreasing trend, we can use the word decrease, we can use the word decline, we can use the word drop, we can use the word dip, we can use the word deterioration, we can use the word depreciation, we can use the word downward. We can use the word downward. So these all words can be used for for a decreasing trend. If decrease is bigger, we can use the word drastic, we can use the word dramatic. Okay, so now these all are the vocabulary words, very handy for your introduction, and you must be kept in mind. These all can be used afterwards as well. So now, if there are some time gap, if there is some time gap, we can use the word for time gaps. Number one, period of time. We can use the word tenure. We can use the word track. We can use the word span. Okay. If there is something that is to be mentioned in terms of quantity, we can use the word total. We can use the word totality. We can use the word figure. We can use the word numeric. We can use the word sum. We can use the word quantum. So these all words we can use for highlighting the quantity. Why I'm telling you the synonyms? We should not repeat the vocabulary word in the essay until and unless we struck in a position where there is no other choice. Okay. So we should try to use the synonyms every time for the reason because this will reflect examiner that we are good in the lexical resource, means our vocabulary resource. I means vocabulary here in the mind is stronger, and we will be able to get good marks in the lexical resource then. So now quantum, or so quantum, sorry. So now move ahead. If we need to highlight something like year, we can use the word year, or we can use the word yearly. We can use the word annum. We can use the word annum. We can use the word calendar. So these all words can be used to exemplify the year in the introduction if we need to work on. So now, move ahead to your explanation paragraphs. When we talk about the explanation paragraphs, remember the start of para 1. Start of para, explanation para 1 means start of para number 2 of the essay. Para 2 of the essay और ये explanation का होगा para number 1. Explanation का para number 1 होगा, लेकिन essay का para 2 होगा. Remember, always start with a word to initiate with, to incept with, to start with, on one hand, on one side. So these all words can be used to start the paragraph. When we talk about the start of para 2, para 3 होगा essay का और explanation का होगा ये para number 2 और essay का para 3 होगा. We can start, अगर तो variables एक जैसे हों, similarly, we can use the word similarly. We can use the word in the same way. अगर opposite है तो on the other hand, on the other side, oppositely, contrastly, we can use, अगर ना opposite है ना similar है, we can use the word heading towards, moving on to. So these can be the start of para number 2. In explanation, normally we need to write the examples. So now, for example, for examples, we can use the word for an example. For instance, such as, likewise. Okay, you can use these synonyms for that. Number 2, some addition words. जब हम अपने हर नए आइडिया को ऐड करते हैं तो we use addition words, and these addition words should be or would be: number 1, furthermore; number next is moreover; number next is adding to it; it is additionally; it is in addition; it is noticeable; it is important to understand; it is significant to remember; finally, lastly. So these all synonyms can be used as the addition words. And then compounding bridges. Compounding bridges, if we need to work on, we need to attach two sentences together. If we need to write the two sentences, we want to add two sentences together. What we will do, we will add a bridge between. Okay, so we will add the bridge between to connect two sentences. Okay, so now these compounding bridges can be, I'm not saying that I'm talking about the conjunctions or the complexity. I'm talking about simply how you can attach two sentences. So compounding bridges can be: number 1, bio; it can be and; it can be but. Even we can use the fanboys. More stronger concept will be we should use fanboys. The fanboys means what? The fanboys means for, and, nor, neither, but, yet. Should be or personal, or, yet. So these all can act as the compounding bridges if we want to attach the sentences. So now move ahead. When we talk about creating complexity in a sentence, complexity in sentences, के अंदर complexity को अगर हम डालना चाह रहे हैं, so a very good approach is to follow a burst, a wide burst words. So now, if we talk about a wide burst word, so A will be separate thing, wide will be WHITEBUS, a bus. Okay, so wide burst conjunctions भी इनको कहते हैं. So a wide burst conjunctions भी इनको कहा जाता है. So now, अब हम जब इनकी बात करते हैं, these are normally used for creating the complexity, or to highlight the complex, or to make the complex sentences. So a wide burst word, a wide burst words include: number 1, A. Up to the first alphabet is A. So with the A, we can make as, we can make after, we can make although. So these all are from the word A. Number 2, wide burst. Now we are on W. W stands for when. We can work on whenever. We can work on, the next word is the where. And then agar where aa gaya, to next should be the wherever. Wherever. So now the next word will be while, will be the part of this W as well. So after W, there is H. So how and however, how and however, आगे चलिए. It is I now, I. So I stands for if, and then it is, now it is the T, and it is done. It can be thereafter or thou, so it can be helpful. Okay, so with T, so now it will be then, THA, and then comparison wala hona chahiye. So now next one is E. E stands for even if, even thou, even thou. So these all are creating the complexing conjunctions. So move ahead, avoid bus conjunctions. Even if, even thou. अब आगे बचा क्या? Next क्या है? E के बाद B आ गया. So we are on B now. B means before, because, it can be because, and then it is you. Unless, I believe it is until. It is unless, it is until. So now we reach at the next one. So when we reach at the next one, it is S, I believe, last one. It is last one is S. Okay. So now it is until, and then we are on S, so that even we can use the same. So these are what all are known as a white bus conjunctions, which are helpful to create the complex sentences in our write-up. Then we reach to the conclusion. When we talk about the conclusions and we talk about the conclusion, effective vocabulary words, those are commonly used in conclusions. The first one is concluding essay, concluding essay, concluding the topic, at a glance, concluding the topic at a glance, in summary, summing up the issue. So these all can be the start of the conclusion of an essay. So now after conclusion, then we reach at the opinion, which is self, and the self opinion. In my personal perspective, in my personal opinion, in my thoughts, okay, so now in my thoughts, according to me, and a very old phrase, in my opinion, बहुत पुराना phrase. Okay, so these are what the common vocabulary words which are used in introduction, explanation, and conclusion. याद रखिए. अरे एक जगह पे देखा 5000 vocabulary words दिए हुए थे आइल्स के स्टूडेंट्स को, इनका पता होना. मेरी एक बात समझ नहीं आती, राइटिंग के एग्जाम में टोटल रिक्वायरमेंट समरी और ऐसे की मिला के 400 वर्ड्स की है. बहुत ही बदमाश स्टूडेंट होना तो वो 500 वर्ड्स लिख लेता है दोनों के मिला के. फॉर एग्जाम्पल 350 350 ऐसे के और 200 समरी के. 500 550 एक बदमाश स्टूडेंट लिखता है. वो स्टूडेंट जो हम कहते हैं यार बहुत तगड़ा स्टूडेंट है, आखिर कर गया, वो लिखता है. उसको 5000 वो वर्ड्स आप याद करा रहे हैं जो उसकी नीड से 10 टाइम्स ज्यादा है. व्हाई नॉट टू बी वेरी स्पेसिफिक ऑन द वर्ड्स व्हिच आर workable in every specific essay, every specific scenario. I didn't know what people want to do and how they will do it, but this is the word I have given you. These are the maximum words you must have in your mind if you want to take 9 band in the writing exam. So now we are going to work on how to write the introduction. हम एक essay देखेंगे और उसका introduction लिखना सीखेंगे according to 5 sentences approach that was given by Sir Zeeshan.